Hello everyone. I'm going to be looking down a lot. I have my iPad on my lap so I can see everything because y'all know I'm blind. I'm just going to wait for people to get on. Let me put on Discord that I'm in the group. I don't even think I have Discord on my tablet. Daisy, ven para acá, muchachita, ven. Come on. Hello, hi Beth. I'm just trying to gather my life and post that I'm on live. I had to log into Discord on my tablet. I hadn't even downloaded it before. My dog is right here next to me. And I realize you guys can't really see my hands, so I'm gonna have to like hold things very high up for you guys. Or I can maybe lower it some. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Hi Daisy. Hi Nairo. Can I make you a mod, please? How do I make you a mod? I don't want to block you. Settings? I'm not a guest. Why am I struggling? I did this last time. Ooh, girl, today's been a day. It's the anniversary, not the anniversary, but like a month anniversary of my friend's passing. So it's been like a really rough day for me, and I'm trying to just like power through. Yeah, I don't think I need a mod. We're good. We're good. It's okay. I'm gonna leave it alone. Can you guys hear the echo from the tablet? I can kind of hear myself, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Hey Beth. Hey Mary. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to be looking down because I know I'm blind, so I have my iPad with me so I can see the comments. Let's see. How do I do this, y'all? I did it before. I don't want to edit anything. Daisy's also going to be making an appearance here and there because she needs some loving, and you know, I haven't been here all day. I know I made Maria a mod before. Why am I struggling? Please don't lick me, Daisy. You know I don't like that, mamita. I know. Come on. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it alone. Thank you guys for joining. I have a couple things I need to do. I have my heat press going because I need to press I need to press a onesie for an order. That's the one place at the store and I didn't have that specific size, so I need to go ahead and work on that. And then I also need to finish crocheting something, so we're going to also work on that. Somebody ordered one of my striped headbands, and this is like the Harry Potter inspired one that I have, the Gryffindor school. So I'm going to go ahead and close that on the live with you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and start packing some orders as well. I need to tie off some of the seams on the inside, so bear with me. 2 more Christmas scents on your laser. Oh, snap. How long have you had the laser, Mary? You just got it recently, no? Did you show it off in the group? I know you did one. I think I saw the one that you did before. So the stripes, I actually just recorded. That's why I came on a little later. I was recording this video, like a tutorial So I'll probably edit that and post that sometime this week on how I went back and forth switching out the colors, where you can see the seams of me switching back and forth here. Since Father's Day, nice. I remember I was looking at lasers, or I thought they were super cool. My aunt's partner has one. I'm just like, I want one, but I know I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space for what I have now. So I'm just tying this. I know you guys can see, I'm sorry. Oh, my dog is licking the screen. Excuse me, Lacey. Oh yeah, girl, I'm hot. You hear the fan blowing. Yeah, I have my fan on, but I want to wear my hoodie. So I actually made this hoodie as like a tester. Daisy, can you please stop licking the screen, please? It would be greatly appreciated. You're looking crazy. You guys cut your hair. This is a tester. I sublimated this. This is the Gildan, the heathered Gildan, so it's 60% polyester, 40% cotton. And I wanted to see, I haven't washed it yet. I've worn it a couple times already to keep me warm at markets, but I haven't washed it yet. I want to see how it's gonna look once it's been washed. I know it's gonna kind of get some of the color out, but on my sleeve I wrote I am because you were. I actually want to get this tattooed on me. I just haven't had the moment to do so, so I put it on the sleeve just so I can keep looking at it. And it reminds me of my grandmother. She's the one that taught me to crochet, my paternal grandmother. So it's like it keeps her close, you know. But yeah, my fan is going because since the heat press is on, it's hot. And ironically, I'm also right under my vent, but I'm also next to my window that is open. So there's a lot of airflow happening. But yeah, so I'm just tying off the loose ends. I tied this seam. I just tied this one. I'm not sure if you guys can kind of see that. Don't mind my nails. And now I have to do this side as well. And let me know if you guys have any questions in regards to what I do, because I know not many of you like crochet and knit and stuff, at least not on the Discord group. And I'd love to answer questions. But yeah, the tutorial on this, it's going to kind of be brief, just how I interchange colors. But I do plan to do more in-depth tutorials as time goes on as well. I'm just securing this. I don't want it to get undone. Okay. So now that I have all my seams closed, the strings are fairly long, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be on the inside. And none of this is going to be visible, so I'm just going to leave it inside and turn it inside out again. And yeah, we have a nice seamless color change going on. So again, Nairo, I don't know if you're not going to be able to really see what I'm doing all that well, but these are the loops, the stitches. This top row of mustard is what I'm trying to pick up, and I'm trying to close my seam. You're going to hear my dog, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, our fellow hookers. But we need to like crochet together. That'd be amazing. If I could pick up the stitch, that would be nice. I hope everyone had a good day. Where are you guys watching from? Yeah, hookers. It's basic crochet. The words, Mary, the words. I can do basic crochet, but I have a hard time with my hands. Yeah, never learned to knit. Yeah, I already have arthritis, and I haven't even hit 30 yet, Mary. I have arthritis. Honestly, Beth, if you do want to become a fiber artist, crochet is the easiest to learn, in my opinion, just because there's a lot of slack with crocheting. If you mess something up, like let's say if I wanted to take this off, I can just unwind it and it's not the end of the world. I can take my hook off. I can start other projects. If you were to be knitting and you drop the stitch, it is a pain. If your needles come out of your project, it is a pain. While I do know how to knit, I've crocheted since I was 7, and I'm a self-taught knitter thanks to YouTube University. But when I started my business, I was looking at a lot of tutorials and just things to make my life simpler because I truly believe in working smarter, not harder. I have a knitting machine, and I work this up on my knitting machine. So even if you don't know how to crochet well, you can still do like knit projects with the knitting machine. And like I said, some of you guys might have missed it originally. I actually came on a little later than expected because I was recording a quick tutorial on how I work this tube up on my machine, which I'll probably post sometime this week for Vlogmas. In Michigan. 40 in January. I'm going to be 30 in February. Are you doing anything big for the big 4-0, Mary? Everyone keeps asking me what I'm doing for my 30th birthday, but because I'm still kind of like in mourning or grieving, I don't feel like doing anything. Honestly, I don't even feel like partaking in the holidays this year either. I just want to focus on business. Sometimes Sarah, Yolanda, Sandy, and Connie, you aren't together, but it's so done with everyone. Yeah, it's hard, especially now with everyone being so busy with all the different like markets and just online orders and stuff like that. I rarely get online orders, and this past like month, almost every week, thankfully, I'm not complaining in the slightest. I've had like a handful of orders, maybe 4 or 5. One, I want to say it was, I think, because of the like Black Friday thing that they had going on, like the Cyber Week. Hey, Sandy. Knitting machine would be nice. I would have to. Which one? Yeah, I love it. I have the Addy. I have 2 Addies now. But I did start with the Centro at first because, you know, we got to start somewhere. I was within my budget. But yeah, I started with those, and then I realized I needed something stronger to crank stuff out better. So I did end up switching to the Addy. But then again, I was still kind of very limited to winter items, at least that I prefer to make. So I decided to kind of get into sublimation for off season in the knitting, I should say. Narrow. Sandy is a hooker too. She doesn't. Oh, Sandy, you have to hook with us. Probably not exciting. You're not boring at all. Nice. Enjoy your dinner, Sandy. Yeah. I love my machines. I think one of my tutorials are kind of going a whole rant about my knitting machines. Like, there's a lot of controversy around the knitting machines in the knitting community. Because a lot of us, at least who have businesses, use knitting machines, and there are still a few, or not a few, but like, I don't know if it's 50, I don't know whatever the percentages are, but I know there are still people who sell handmade by hand, like with needles, and that's perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I personally chose not to do that, and I prefer to use my sewing machine or my knitting machine. But there's a lot of people, I feel like sometimes it's more so like the client that have seen like the TikTok videos of the knitting machines, and they're like, oh, you're cheating, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, people use sewing machines to sew faster instead of hand sewing. And no one says anything in regards to them cheating. So why are we cheating because we have a knitting machine? Like, it's more or less the same thing. Either way, I still have to close my seams. There are a multitude of methods. I am a crocheter. I'm crocheting right now. I'm still doing this by hand, but I'm not gonna go into my spiel. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I'm still doing the craft. If it was that easy, you go ahead and you do it. Like, I mean, no shade. You may get another laser down the road. I was offered one. Wow. That would be amazing, Mary. I'd jump on that if you had the space for it. You can probably, like, even if you don't want it yourself, you might even be able to see if you can do like a giveaway or something. That would be, you can get a boatload of followers or subscribers like that. That would be amazing. I don't know if I've seen any of your videos, Mary. I need to see if I'm subscribed to you. Like, I know we've talked on Discord and stuff, and on the other girls' channels, but I don't, your channel isn't ringing a bell to me. I know Simply Sally just got, I think, a second one. I think I saw her video on that one recently. Now that this seam is closed, I'm just going to go ahead and take off the scrap yarn. And I generally ball it up again because I reuse it. So this is the seamless side where I did the color change, is on the back. So this here, this little loop, that one up, that was the color change. In the tutorial that I'll post sometime later on this week, you'll see where I did the color change and how, so that one, you're not constantly cutting in between, and you get, this is the inside. So you get this color change, and again, it's not on the outer seam where it normally would be had you done it on the color changing needle. And I'll explain all that stuff in the tutorial. And I did close this one off. I'm just checking on the inside. I just wanted, not sure if I have the room. But start again. But need to get enough views. Yeah. Understandable. You're still making dinner? What are you making for dinner, Nairo? Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I need to check you out. Which one do you have, Jazz? You said you're working on the video. Or do you have some already? I have a boatload of videos. Even before, like, I started my channel, I need to go through my phone of, like, things that I've recorded, me making in the past. Because I always said, like, I've wanted a channel, but I've been too scared to make one or start one. But I would always record things. So I have myself recorded making fur pom-poms from scratch, from fur fabric. But I have two Addies, and I even started with the central originally. I started with both the smaller central and the larger central. I want to say the central, the bigger one, I think it's like 42 needles or 44, 46. I don't remember. I know it has, I think, 2 more than the Addie. But I have, right now I have the Addie King and the Addie Express. I have both the big and the small Addies. I do lots of crafts. Too many. Same. In one of the videos that I am still editing, my sister's like, "You're all over the place. You're doing too much." Thanks, friend. I'm well aware. Very aware. Thank you. Naomi. Hey, girl. Thank you. I do. I've gotten a few extra ones, honestly. I think I started at like 20, 23. I'm like in 30 now. I've hit a few milestones on Etsy. This is more or less like my second year with Etsy. I just hit my 500th sale, so I'm excited about that. I'm feeling, a little gangster, a little profesh. I think I'm like 5 followers away from like 500 on Instagram too. So I'm going to try, like, my goal is to kind of like cap that number by the end of the year. I may have like another giveaway for like Christmas or something. I think either by myself or with someone that I know to kind of like do a collab. Either a giveaway or just something, a little something, something. I know at the borough, I reached out. There was, I don't know if you guys have heard in the news. Naomi, you may know a little bit more about this because you're local, or at least in the state. But there's one or two counties. I'm honestly not 100% sure what's going on, but they lost power. And then here, I don't know if you guys know, in the South, a lot of houses here don't have gas. They have electric. So there was no heat, no cooking, no nothing. They did tell a lot of residents to kind of seek shelter elsewhere. But with a good majority of them being renters, if they leave their home for a certain extended amount of time, the owner can technically kick them out for vacating, or like leaving the property. So there's just a lot of drama, a lot of things going on, a lot of people cold, hungry, kids, there's a lot of things going on, and it kills me, because I remember when we went through Sandy up in Jersey. Thankfully we had a gas stove, and while we were kind of stuck at home, we weren't able to do much. We were able to stay warm. My family and I were able to kind of get together. We had a 3-story house, and each story was its own apartment. It was all family, and they're basically not all particularly blood, but all family, right? So we all kind of gathered on the first floor, and my grandmother had the stove on. We had a gas stove. It didn't light on its own, so we had to use a match. But she had water boiling, and the steam kept the house warm. So we all kind of huddled down on the first floor, stayed together, tried to make the best of it, played Monopoly endlessly. But I just went on a whole tangent. But I'm trying to work with a nonprofit here in Durham to kind of, they're collecting. Basically, they're doing like cash cards. If people have coats, blankets, sweaters, anything, food. Basically just trying to help them, and they have like drop-off locations. And I saw that there weren't any drop-off. Like, I want to say there are a few drop-off locations in Durham and Chapel Hill here in RTP, but there weren't any in Raleigh. And with the borough being in the heart of like downtown Raleigh, I was like, hey, why don't we, I asked the owner if we could reach out and try to have the borough as one of the drop-off locations. One, it'll be a great way to have for them a Raleigh location, but in hindsight, that'll also get us known, right? On top of that, we're constantly having events, we're having parties. I basically want to cut out, she finally sent me the QR code. I want to cut out the flyer. I'm probably going to do 2 per page, cut it in half, and like try and laminate it at work. I'll see if my boss will let me use our laminator and post them all over the borough, throughout all the walls, in the bathrooms, everywhere, basically, so that people can go and donate. But I'm going to be collecting cash cards and stuff like that on Sunday. We were trying to do it this past Sunday, but with me having a huge event on Saturday and her just being so busy trying to coordinate everything with everyone, things kind of slipped. But we're still going to try to make it happen. I don't know how I got on that, but here we are. Yes. Yeah, the Central has 48. Okay, yeah. I know there was 2 more. I couldn't remember the number. I knew it was 40 something. But the smaller one, the smaller Addy has 22 needles. I think the smaller Central has 22 needles as well. Those are very much the same. Right now, I think I'm at like 30 or 26 subscribers. I know it went up. I don't know how many, but I know it's gone up a little bit. I respond to both. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to like help, but also like have us be like known about as well. So 2 birds, 1 stone, But yeah, I'm trying to think of like what I can do also to get hype for the donations and stuff like that too. Like if I should donate something for every card that we get, or like if I could make something. I don't know. I have to see, because it's going to be very time consuming as well. But I do want to make something, I want to help as best as I can within my means. Did you guys get through? Honestly, I'm not even sure what happened. Like, I try not to watch the news because I already have far too many things going on in my own head to add in anything else extra. But I know a lot of people have been struggling. Um, I don't know if it was because of a storm or I know something definitely happened. And I think there was some government issues as well. I feel like it was a lot of people saying I hear through like the grapevines that it was like premeditated and stuff, but I don't particularly want to speak on it until I get everything from the nonprofit that's organizing, because I don't want to be talking out of my butt. I think the power has come back on in certain places, but not all of them. And people are still struggling. So I want to help how I can, where I can. I want to say it was Monroe County or Moore County. My dad called me the same day that it happened and was like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" Because it's like, it's near me, but I want to say it's like an hour or two away from us, Naomi. Excuse me, Lacey. Yep, there she comes. What are you eating? So I'm going to finish this up. The heat press is also going, and I have to pack a few orders. So I have 5 orders for one business and 1 for the second business. I still want to also kind of get everything moved over little by little. So I'm going to try to do that this week, now that I don't have to do too much like market prep. I did sell out of a few colors at the last market that I had, so I need to work on that. I was at the store today, but I didn't want to take inventory. I was just not tired, but like I was just drained today, mentally, physically, emotionally. Tomorrow I get a second round of shots for my back, so I'm hoping I can kind of get a lot of stuff done tomorrow. I know I'm not going to feel the best after the shots, but I'm going to feel better than how I feel right now. I've been in a lot of pain recently, and I just have not been sleeping, so that's not helping with all the stress that I've been under. But yeah, I don't want to dwell. I know I'm going to feel better tomorrow, so that's okay. And that'll allow me to do more stuff. So I'm going to try and catch up on the stock that I need to make. I have a couple of things here that I need to work on as well. We'll see what I'm in the mood to do, what you guys want to do with me. I definitely want to get these orders packed. I think I need to get them shipped out tonight for sure. And then there's a onesie that a client had ordered in the store when I was at a market that I didn't have. And I asked Nancy, the owner of Castelli Boutique, she was watching my shop while I was out, if she can just take the order down for me and then I'd ship it out to the client. I'm going to make that tonight because I had to order the onesie for that because I didn't have it. And then I probably won't ship it out because he's local. I'll probably just drop it off. But this is what I was showing you guys. This is going to be the inside. And this is what's going to be on the outside. So it's going to be nice and seamless. In the tutorial, I was mentioning, because of the way how I see my closure, I make my end rolls. I'm trying to show you guys without looking crazy. So my end rolls, this is one end, this is another end, are a little bit wider than the other rows. The other rows are all the same size, but these two are a little bit wider, simply because the way I seam my headbands closed, the closure does take up some of the pattern, if you will. So I put an extra 5 rows or an inch on either side, so that once closed, it looks the same as all the others. If you're gonna close it differently, I know there's some makers who kind of twist and then seam. Who twist and then seam. And then this is what their headbands look like. you wouldn't want this excess. You wouldn't want this to be wider. You would want it to be the same as the others, if that makes sense. You would want these to be 10 rolls like all the other repeats are, and not like how I made it. But that's just because of the way I made my closure. And I try to express that in the tutorial. I hope it came across that way. I don't know if it did or not. But I'm sharing it again here just in case. Let's see. Where did I finish? It looks like a power was being restored in Moore County. Yeah. Yeah. I heard my mom, I think the organizer of the event told me that they were able to get some power in one of the counties back. That's a horrible thing to have. Yeah. Especially right now. I mean, I feel like whatever it is that I do, it's not going to be enough, honestly. But if I can help somehow, I want to. Imagine, like, especially right now during Christmas, like, parents are trying to make the best for their kids, or just, it's been a horrible, like, last couple of years just with COVID and everything going on. I feel like we still haven't, like, we're all still trying to play catch up. And for something else to kind of happen, it's a pain. Students went back to school today, but new food. Okay. Yeah. Because, I mean, they're not able to cook. And honestly, Naomi, I remember when I bought my house, one of the things I told my broker when we were looking, I wanted, because, you know, like, you have your list, like, needs, wants, possibilities, whatever's not. Gas was at the top of my list. I needed, not wanted, needed a gas stove. I'm from New York and I am Hispanic. We cook with fire. I don't want nothing electric. Fire, gas. Okay, gasolina. Thankfully, I have gas at my house and I have a gas stove because I could not. Hi, muchachita. I know you want attention, but mommy's working. Okay. Let's read the comments together. Okay. I've had spinal shots in the first day or two. I don't feel that great. But great. That is more from the injection site. Yeah, I was in so much pain prior. Yeah, so this is going to be my third round of shots or injections, if you will. The first round that I had were 2 epidurals. So I don't know if you guys care, but my spine is fractured. I have a slight fracture I have a slight fracture on L5. So I've gotten shots. The first, I think, set of shots were like the epidurals that I had were between L5 and S1. Then that did nothing. I remember when I was talking to the doctor and the nurses and stuff and the people who work in the hospital, they were like, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna feel a little numbness within like the next few minutes or like an hour, and then you're gonna feel like Wonder Woman tomorrow. That was not the case. They definitely hit the nerve exactly, because bad boy hurt. I felt no like numbness. I felt a little bit of tingling. Like, when I think of numbness, or like when I think of numbing shots, you know, like when you go to the dentist and they kind of like put the little like Orajel or the numbing gel and then they give you the shot. I thought of that kind of numbing. None of that happened. I don't know if it's just because there's more nerves in your mouth than your back, but like they're bigger nerves. I don't know. But there was no numbing. I felt a little bit of tingling, but that was it. There was no relief. No relief. And because they hit the nerve that hurt the most, I felt like it just agitated it all that more. I spoke to them. I was trying to give it some grace, but after a week, I was like, yeah, no, this did nothing. I need to go back in again. We need to figure something out, because this wasn't it. They did something else. Excuse me. Bilateral something. I don't know. something about bilateral something. I think the epidurals were perpendicular to my spine. Or no, were parallel to my spine, the injections. With these being bilateral, I feel like they're more perpendicular. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that with the second round of shots they gave me, there weren't 2, there were 4. And I think it's between L4 and 5, and then L5 and S1. Those helped, but it only helped for 2 weeks. And right now it's been a month. So the last 2 weeks I've been in a lot of pain. And, you know, I still have markets. I am very grateful for the store. But I've still had markets. I have a lot less than what I would have had I not had the store, because I kind of cut back on applying to things because I couldn't anymore. But the shots, while they helped, they ran out. And right now I'm really struggling. I don't look forward to the shots tomorrow because they hurt, but I know I am going to feel a lot better after. They were saying that they can't just go straight to like the hard stuff right away. They need to kind of go through stages, one for like medical reasons and health and insurance and all that good stuff. But we're going to see how the shots go again tomorrow, with them knowing that they worked. I don't know if they're going to increase the dosage or what. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. But they were saying if that doesn't last, it should hopefully last a few months. But if that doesn't work, then they may have to, I think they said, burn the nerve. I don't know what that means entirely. I don't know what type of procedure that would be. I don't know how much that's going to cost. It sounds expensive. I don't know what the side effects are. I don't know. I haven't given myself allowance to think about it. I don't want to. We'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. I hate that saying, but it's very true in this point. Let's see where I left off. I text, but didn't go through. Too long of a text. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I have to make it short. What happened, Sandra? I feel like I missed something. I didn't even see Sandra get in. Okay, hey everyone. Oh yeah, 42 needles. Oye. Con permiso, Daisy. Hold on. Nancy! New food was trucked in. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. I love the dog. Yes, she's my baby. This is my only child. She's gonna be my only one for a while. I need to get her a new collar. I've been contemplating making her one. I had one of the like Etsy leather ones that have your phone number on it, like with the clasp, but it got dirty. And I've been like, oh yeah, now that I can, so I'm gonna make one. Haven't done that. That was my main thing I wanted purchase in my house to have. Gosh, yeah. Where are you at now, though, Sandra? We have gas stove and gas heat. Yeah, Naomi, I wanted gas heat because I also had to change my HVAC when I first moved in as well. Or not when I first moved in, correction. After my first year living here, I had to change it. But I don't think it goes up to the second floor, so I may have not been able to, and I didn't want to have to deal with gas lines and any of that other stuff. Exactly. You saw me trying to lift that tent and me having to carry everything and cart and everything and While my sister helps, she doesn't really understand all that much. And I don't want her to do the heavy lifting either because then she's going to hurt herself. Yeah, I had a little stern talking to her. She's being reckless. I was like, ma'am. I don't even know what she was barking at. She was like by the bathroom. And I'm just like, what are we doing? Can we not do that, please? Of course, I'm talking to her in very Dominican Spanish at that. But she calmed down and came to me. Even though I have work to do and my heat press is on. But she just wants to lay on me. That's what she does. Nancy! Okay, you're gonna let me work now. I think you're sitting on my thing, and I need a needle from in here, man. Thank you. So I think it's called the rose seam. Yeah, no, I don't know about sewing, so I don't know what seams are called. But it looks like a sandwich, or people always say you sandwich the seams together. So I know it's not called the sandwich seam, that's for sure. If I were to name it, I would call it the sandwich seam. Yeah. She's by the bathroom, honestly. And before I came on live, I was doing my hair because I looked crazy. So there may be a little bit of hair over there. That's why she was barking at the hair. It may even be her hair, honestly. She's enjoying the fan right now. So yeah, this is what my seam looks like. And as I mentioned, when I close up my seam, there's like not a bulge, but the twist eats up some of my yarn or my rows. So that's why I tend to I've extended it so that when I flip it out inside out, the seam, the twist looks the same length as the others. And it'll make a little bit more sense when I show you, because I don't know how to use my words, and I'm better at showing than telling. So much better at showing than telling. Which is why I had started YouTube, for that reason. Like, I can show you what I'm doing. Can I explain it? Or can I tell you? Not so much. I was working on a voiceover for like a digital tutorial that I was doing. And I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I'm going to post it, but who knows when. I have a couple videos that I'm behind on just because I was waiting on my iPad to come in, and then I've been doing a boatload of lives. I'm just like, I'm gonna have to edit this right now. Almost done here, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, because I can't tell you, but I can show you. The dog is calm. She's enjoying the breeze. I always love how, like, when she lays down, she's like this. Like, excuse me, ma'am. I brought a lot of my stuff back to the house in regards to like working stuff, just because I felt bad that I was spending so much time at the borough and I wasn't spending time with her. Like, I would be coming home at almost 12 o'clock every night, especially last week, because I know I had the really big market. It was a lot, and I felt really bad. So I'm like, okay, well, thankfully now, not that things have slowed down, because I will have a consistent market, but I don't think sales are going to slow down either, but I just don't have as much to do. So I can plan better, I think, and prepare for markets better. That's why tomorrow I will check my inventory that I have at the borough and see what I can work on this week to make it make sense, you know. A lot of I don't know. Oh, you're in Texas. Yeah, my dog was just misbehaving. She was barking at random things near the bathroom, trying to crave attention. I had to give her a little stern talking to, but she's calm again. She's laying next to me right now on the sofa, enjoying the fan. What kind of dogs do you have, Sandra? Ooh. It happens all the time when I pull too hard, but thankfully it's already been closed off. It's fine. Where are my scissors? Where's the needle that I was using? One thing of a crocheter that you will learn is that we are consistently losing our needles. I don't know what I did with my needle. I don't think I put it back in the pouch either because the dog was laying on it. I'm probably sitting on it. But I'm not going to get up because I have on shorts and I look crazy. Daisy, where's my needle? Sitting on it. It was under my butt. My clothes, but under my butt. So I just fed the red because I broke the burgundy. I broke the mustard, excuse me. So I just fed the burgundy through, and I'm going to cut that. I don't even know if I have scissors in here. I think that's somewhere else too. All the things just everywhere, except for where they need to be. So. Throw this in the trash. So now that that's in there, I'm just going to pull through so that it'll get hidden in between the two layers. Let me try and actually show you what I'm doing. Okay. So now that's in between the two layers. So as you guys can see, these are my starting and ending rows. They're wider than the rest of the pattern because of my seam. When I flip it inside out, as you can see here, part of my seam is now being more or less eaten up by the twist. Okay, so if I didn't make this a little bit wider, this area here, excuse me, if I didn't make the start and end a little bit wider, then these two rows would look skinnier than the other repeats, and I don't want that. So I make it a little bit bigger so that it blends in better with the other rows. You see how it almost looks the same as the others? You can't really tell. I'm trying to, this backward thing is messing with me. You can't really tell that it's not the same exact length because of the way I did it. So again, that's why I add an extra inch to the beginning and end. These repeats are 2 inches. The beginning ones are 3 inches. Okay. And then again, my seam here, the color change is very seamless because I did the color change on the inside. This is where I did my color change. Right here. That one up. Okay. And then this is done. I just have to clip on my tag, which I have this stuff all over here. Almost dropped my tag. Not my tablet about to die. Ever since the pandemic, my dogs got used to having us home. Yeah, I know a lot of dogs are having separation anxiety again after that. Thankfully, I didn't get Daisy until like more or less after the pandemic. But even then, I was an essential worker as a banker. So I was still at work. I never not went to work. And I still had markets and stuff too. Again, because I started it right after the pandemic. Or when it was a kind of ending out. So, but she still has separation anxiety for me in general. Which is why I feel bad being at the borough for so many hours. Just got home. Hey, Liz. Amazing the difference an extra inch can make. Yes, girl, yes. Length matters. Length matters. I don't care what anyone tells you. In any aspect, length definitely matters. Okay. So with these striped ones, what I like to also do is put my tag kind of like on the seam as well, just to kind of make things cohesive. I get these tags, the ones that I have currently. I don't know if you guys can see them. I always see when people like do this, I'm like, why are they doing that? I understand now why. I'm trying to get it to focus. Is it focusing? Focus. Meh. Okay, well, these are my tags. I think I get them from Idaho something or other on Etsy. I'll try to post everything. I don't ever, for lives, I don't put any descriptions like I'm supposed to because I'm lazy. But I know Mary is working on some stuff. So, you know, gotta help your girl out, Mary. These are kind of like a cursive font. With me semi-rebranding, I might need a little bit something more printed. We're going to have a little talk, Mary. Okay. We're going to need some type of gray or green, something, you know, neutral, gender neutral. But yeah, so let me get my little clips. And again, as I've mentioned in videos that I don't know if I've made public or not yet, the snaps, the leather tags are snapped on. And I don't even know if Mary's still here. The leather tags I snap on, which is why I don't add them to my baby headbands or my children headbands, because I don't want them to chew on them and take them off, because that's a choking hazard, and I don't want anyone to die or get sick or injured, and I don't want to get sued. So there's that. Thank you. So I'm not sure if all of you guys were here earlier, but this is the Gildan sweatshirt from Jiffy's. This is the heathered one. I got it. It's 60% poly, 40% cotton. I got this as a tester that I made. This is the new logo for the business. I'm trying to kind of change it a little bit, make it more seamless with the other business that I have. But I haven't washed it. I've worn it a few times, but I haven't washed it yet. I want to see how the sublimation holds on it. I know it is going to wash out a little bit more, so I want to play with it. But the main reason why I have it on is because on my sleeve here, I have, I am because you were. I can't tell if you guys can see that. My paternal grandmother is the one that showed me to crochet, and I like to think of her a lot when I am working, because if it wouldn't have been for her, I would not be working or doing any of this. And today is also like the month anniversary of my really close friend passing. So I've been thinking about her a lot today. So this is kind of like my sweater for them, even though it also has my logo. So it's very helpful. Two in one. Okay, so this is done. This is what the final product looks like. Do not mind my nails because they just have a little glitter on them right now. I was looking at you, Liz, with your color sheet, and I was like, I may need to invest. I have far too many nail things, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I had something else to work on. The dog may be laying on it. Are you laying on my thing? Yes, you are, ma'am. Because God forbid I have something set aside. Okay. Daisy felt the need to sit on my coffee cozy, so I'm sure there's no hairs on here. You are hyperallergenic, thankfully. Okay, let's see. So I just broke that off because, again, don't know where my scissors are. I fed it through so that it's seamless. You don't see it anywhere. Okay. I'm going to flip it inside out because I prefer for this to be the outside stitch. And then we're also going to put the tag on this because I do tag these as well. I tag everything. Anything and everything that I can tag, I tag. My grandmother taught me to sew. Yeah. She also taught me, I think I had to be like 11 or 12. It was when she lived in Florida. She was down in Tampa. And she had like a big industrial machine. Like I remember, it reminds me of like the Jukies. I feel like it might have been a Janome or something, but it was like this really big black like cast iron. sewing machine. It had its own table and everything. She showed me how to make scrunchies. I made scrunchies with her. She's taught me everything. Like, she did mosaic tiles for a while, crochet, beading. We've done like beads out of paper mache, like any and everything. I don't know if you guys remember, like back in the 90s or 80s, there used to be like the silk flowers made from hangers, the flower petals made from like the Coke bottles, like the 2-liter bottles. She would make those. She would cut the bottles, and then cut the leaves, and then like put glitter on the leaf. Like, she'd put glue and then throw glitter on the leaves, and it would make like little like the Christmas flowers. I forget what they're called. Like the, ooh, what are they called? Someone help me. Don't she just need some? Some what? CS. What's CS? I'm confused. I'm slow. My younger sister never took to sewing. On my dad's side, again, this was my paternal grandmother. On my dad's side, I have one aunt has 3, and then I have a female cousin. So I have 4 cousins. I'm the 5th grandchild, and I'm the only one that speaks Spanish. So my dad is Puerto Rican and my mom is Dominican. They got separated when I was really young, when I was 2, but they had shared custody of me. I permanently, or the majority of the time, I live with my grandmother, my Dominican side of the family. So I do associate more with me being Dominican, just because that was the culture that I was raised in. I'm also 1st generation Dominican because my mother was actually born in the Dominican Republic, while my dad, who's Puerto Rican, was born here. So I'm 2nd generation Puerto Rican, if any of this makes sense to any of you guys. But on my dad's side, I am the youngest grandchild. I was like, where was I going with this? I had to buffer. On my dad's side, I am the youngest grandchild. I'm the only one that speaks Spanish fluently-ish. I speak the most Spanish out of all of them. I understand it entirely, and I can have a decent conversation with you. I don't know a lot of big words, or there may be some Spanglish mixed in there, but I can hold the conversation, and I understand different dialects and accents. And then I'm the only one that knows how to crochet. I'm the only one that would sit here and really craft with her. I feel like maybe because I was the younger one, but I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed making things with her, just being able to use my hands and make something with her. Like, I remember we would have competitions and see who can like crochet the fastest. She would teach me patterns. Definitely, like, my first go-to thing I ever learned were granny squares with her. We would make a boatload of things out of the granny squares. I remember her house, she had like crochet covers for everything. Her blender, the toilet seat, the toilet tank, the toaster, everything had a crocheted cover. Oh, Color Street. I was gonna say, Jazz, we need some Color Street. I do. Sandy, when I tell you, because of COVID, and just in general, I'm anal when it comes to my nails. Like, I'm very much a perfectionist. And I would hate going to the nail salon, especially here in North Carolina. Like, nothing beats New York when it comes to like cosmetics and like upkeep and like self-care, because you got everything everywhere. Here it's hard to find, and I refuse to pay a lot of money for something to be done poorly. I don't mind paying if it's done well. Every once in a while I treat myself, but if I can do it better, you best believe I am. I have acrylic, I have poly gel, I have hard gel, I have builder gel, I have 2 drills, I have UV lights, I have a boatload of like full cover nails, tips. I have everything. And I can't right now because I'm not a professional. Again, YouTube University. I know how to do it, but it takes me a really long time to do it, and I just have not had the time. I did them last week, but then they didn't really last that well either because I did them in a rush, and I just painted them this morning at work. But they're still a mess. Yes, poinsettias. Thank you. I don't know why I read that in Spanish, but I was like, punticas? What? I have to go back. Go pick up my meds and have to work on my rugs. Your mug rugs. Bye, Sandra. Yeah, no, I don't think she had plastic covers. Or she may have. She may have. Yeah. The furniture had their plastic covers. But not the appliances. Not the appliances. She made things for the appliances. Daisy's really just chilling, napping next to me. But yeah, she used to make poinsettias from 2-liter bottles. I don't know if you guys know that craft, but this was like early 90s. She would cut the, I remember her making them. She would cut the Coke bottles kind of like where the paper would come up. So like the little like lip thing. She would cut it across and then she would carve out the petals. And then I guess she would like, not paper mache, but like she would put Mod Podge on the petals, and then she would go ahead and like dip them in glitter, and they would be poinsettias. And because they had the little hole, like the bottle hole, she would layer them that way too. The random thing that I remember about my grandmother and her crafts. Alright, so this is done. So these two are done. I have 3 over there that are done. I'm gonna move you guys over to the heat press because I need to press something really quickly. So bear with me. If you get sick, please close your eyes because I am moving. Okay, I'm going to not scare you by looking at my face so closely. Settings, camera. That camera. Okay. Don't mind my mess, y'all, because I know it's a mess. Okay. Okay, so we're going to press this really quickly. Yes, tablet. I know you're dying. Yeah, I have such rich memories. My grandma was mean. I mean, it be like that sometimes. I'm just giving it a quick press. My maternal grandmother basically raised me. Not that my mother wasn't in the picture; she was just always working. So like both of my grandmothers have like a lot of significance in my life. If I can just bring you down, that would be nice. So this, generally I use the Gerber blanks. Oh, good Lord. Normally I use the Gerber blanks, but they were sold out. And of course I got an order for something and I needed to remake it or make it. So I ended up getting the rabbit skin because that was the closest that I can find. So we're going to press this again. It's still low brain cold. You don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, I don't like when people like say stuff like that to kids. Like, I don't have the choice of how I look. Like, I can't make myself look any different, ma'am. Like, it's out of my control. I saw like a meme or a reel or something saying it's like, why tell someone something to make them feel bad? Like if they can fix it in the moment, then okay, you can tell them and suggest to them, like if someone has something in their teeth. Oh, look, you have something in your teeth. All right, then you tell them because they can fix it, they can amend it, they can, make it better if they so choose. But like, let's say if someone's teeth are crooked, you pointing it out to them, one, may make them feel bad, and two, what are they gonna do about it in the moment? They can't do anything about it in that moment. Like, yes, you're welcome to tell them, but if you told them that in the past, you're just harping on something. Like, can you change the way you look? No. Like, you don't choose to look the way you look. That's just how you look. Like, why make a child feel bad about that? There's so many issues with that psychologically. Hey, Michelle. Thank you for joining. Oh my, it's already been an hour, y'all. I still have to pack 5 orders, and of course I haven't printed any of the labels. Sorry, that's like super loud. Yeah. Give it a quick little press, and then that's it. Yeah, and that also frustrates me, Michelle, because I feel like sometimes like you're judged or treated based on off the actions of your parents. Again, you didn't choose for them to be your parents. Like, why are you treating me because of something she did? Like, we're all adults here. But yeah, I'm gonna move you guys again, so gather yourselves, please. Okay. Let me make you higher. I feel like you're so close to my face. Okay, let me go grab the tablet. BRB, y'all, BRB. Hopefully you don't die. I can't find my charger, y'all, so you're gonna have to bear with me. My phone isn't dying. My iPad is dying. So I may not be able to be as talkative. I may also have to lower me. I feel like you're too high. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties per usual. Okay. Funny thing is, I've never seen my house, so apparently I was the talk of the town. No comment, Liz. I swear when I do labels, the first one takes forever. Because it doesn't want to work right. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to have a fun time working with labels. She had a terrible life, but still. Not your grandkids' fault. Exactly. Liz, that is BS. It is. And, like, for me right now, sometimes I joke around and I say, like, I'm my mother's mother. But I mean that wholeheartedly. And it's frustrating sometimes because you want that support from your parent and you expect it. And I personally don't get it, so it frustrates me. But it frustrates me when it affects my sister. I had my father growing up. My sister does not. And it hurts me that she's going through some of the things that she's going through. And I try to help where I can. But I can only do so much because at the end of the day, I'm still not her mother. Stephen called on his break. Is Stephen your husband, Mary? This is why I don't acknowledge my PR side of the family much. Yeah, it's hard. Family drama is never fun. No, my mom is the golden child. Yeah. I think she wanted me to not be around. Yeah, we can't pick and choose like that. That's not acceptable. Yeah. Welcome back, Mary. I have 6, 7 things to pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot the things that I just made. Good Lord. Daisy, ma'am. Mary. Glad she has you. Yeah, I try, y'all. And I'm sorry if this is a rough topic. I don't want to trigger anyone. And I know I can get a little personal. But in one of my videos, again, don't know if it's in published or not, I told you I was going to try and be as real and transparent as possible without scaring you. Let's see if my computer would like to work. Oh, yeah, I have on shorts, y'all. I just realized you can see my legs. Thank God I have on pants. Let's see if my computer wants to cooperate. I might move you guys over to my computer if my tablet dies so I can read comments. Look at my little hairs. This is why I wear my headbands all the time, so you can hide my little hairs. Daisy, salte de la basura porque nadie te dijo que fuera para allá. Thank you. Can you please work? Talking about my sister. She just requested to download an app. And of course, I have all the parental locks put in place because we keeps it locked, okay? At least you have on bottoms. Yeah, thankfully. I thought to put them on. Do you, Liz? Do you have legs? I mean, I've seen your legs. I've seen your legs. My bobbin case. Nancy! You lurking, Nancy? What's Ricky Ricardo? I'm slow. You guys have to explain things to me. And maybe walk through things. Oh, because I was talking Spanish? Okay. My computer's open, I think. Let's see. So when I first got on live, or when I was in StreamYard on my phone, when I tried to get on, on my tablet, because my my iPad is, I guess, newer and everything is synced. It knew that I was on here, so I was able to open a window, like a suggested window to StreamYard without having to send myself the link. I did text myself the link, but it didn't come through. Of course not. But then here on the computer, because the computer's older, I don't think it's gonna do that, because why would it be helpful like that? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's not doing it. Let's get rid of Cricket because I'm not cutting anything, and I'm just gonna make my computer slower than what it already is. Ricky Ricardo was okay. Yeah. Nancy's more Mexican than me. No digo nada. I love Lucy. My older sister and I used to watch all the reruns. I don't know why when I saw Ricky Ricardo, I know now. Of course I recall that he was in I Love Lucy, but I don't know why I was thinking of like La Bamba. Was one of them named Ricky? I'm showing my age. I think on TV Land, Naomi, they may have like, I think they did like colored versions of the show, like they did the colored, how it looks in color. I don't know if you have TV Land. I don't have cable, period. But I remember, I think my dad used to watch it from time to time, or my grandmother too, even. You hit a brick wall. What's happening, Sandy? Oye, Daisy, no te des fresca. Psst. Stop. You're hearing yourself. You behave. Ven, acuéstate aquí con mami, ven. Acuéstese ahí en la camita. Ajá. Good God, let me work, please. What am I doing? Okay. I need to print these labels. Be nice if I actually package things, but I know the general size and weight of everything. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to try and get StreamYard on my computer. Because my tablet is about to die. Yeah, they colored I Love Lucy. Okay, but some splaining to do. Close enough. I need a small project to test my embroidery machine, and I just can't make myself find one or do one. I don't know much about embroidery machines, clearly, but I know some, or which one you have. But I feel like some of the brother ones may have some already kind of like built in, or like they come with a little flash drives. Can you try one of those stitch outs instead, like that it came with? And then I know all of you guys know of all the like craft sources and stuff like that that we use. Sometimes they have free like downloadables. Sandy, just think of all the cool projects that you can make. That you can, all the projects that you already have that you can enhance by embroidering them. Bailar la bamba, absolutely. I would play it if I wouldn't be copywritten. Hey, Maria! Yes, yes, I'm live. Doing a lot of talking and not a lot of actual work. Per usual. I'm trying to find my messenger on my computer to see if I got the message that I sent myself earlier, but I don't know what I'm doing because I barely use a computer. Not like I used to, at least. What did you get, Jazz? Oh, no, I didn't do the unboxing. You hit a brick wall. I'm sorry. I guess if I have a spider on my leg. Not a spider. Bamba. Listen, close enough. Close enough, Nancy. When I hit that, I'm done. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need to take a break, take a breath, take a step back. Just enjoy the rest of the night. Watch me not do work like I said I was going to do. And just try to take it easy. Try and approach it again tomorrow refreshed. I think sometimes that's the best thing you can do. I have 1% on my tablet. I had to look up La Bamba. Yeah, it's okay, Maria. You can just watch. Just trying to get work done. Trying and failing to get work done. Let me see. I need to share this. Guest. My guest. Copy. I don't have anything downloaded on here. I guess Facebook. That's what Liz does. I'm copying you, Liz. You need to see my face. Where's the camera? I need to log in here too now. So much work. A million tabs open, of course. Because why would I not? Just slowing down my already slow computer. Oh God. I don't care for these two. Let's see. Oof. Sorry, y'all. I think I have to. They sent me a message or something to like verify myself. Possibly. I don't. What's happening? What are we? Just take me to my mail. Why are you being difficult? Bruh. The struggles, Daisy, the struggles. Compose. Okay. Let's see. Is it gonna work? It says it was sent. Don't see it. Am I in the right email? Of course, there's like 20 emails. You're staring at the couch like you want to go lay down. But I know you're not going to go lay down. Let me make sure this is muted. Or at least very low. Do anything, computer, please. There we go. Volume it all the way up, of course, because why not? Can I put you down now. I think I need both of my hands. Oh, thank you. You're a little heavy there. Thanks for the exercise. I can't use StreamYard on my computer because it's so old. And it won't even load on Chrome. It is what it is, y'all. Oh, I know what I can do. Just watch myself on the YouTube. Can you tell I'm new at this, y'all? Can you tell? Daisy, muévete de la ventana. Daisy. Con permiso. She's gonna need a minute, y'all. It's gonna be like that. My YouTube is trying to load on my very, very slow computer. I got a StreamYard entirely. Like, I'm all over the place. Are you done, ma'am? Did you secure the perimeter? Are we safe? Can I continue with my life quietly in peace? Bruh. Why are we doing so much? Camera. Nope, we want you. Layout. Thank you. So what is happening? Alright, where did we last see? I'm so lost. Where did I go? I feel you saying it. Why am I so many comments? I don't know where the plug is, Sandy. I don't know. There's things everywhere. It might be at the borough. It might be at my office. I can't tell you where the plug is. I don't know where it is. And then everything is a mess. Everything is a mess. It may be in the car. It may be in a bin. I couldn't tell you where it is. I wish I could. Sarah, the shirts came out so good. I need to finish watching your live, Sarah. So special. Hey, Sarah. I gotta get the kids. The words. I gotta get the kids to bed so I can get to bed. Yeah. Good night, Michelle, if you're still here. Sandy. Let me try to not move the camera while I read. It's how I'm feeling. Trying to come up with tea designs for my family. I have a gazillion pieces of clip arts, but at the moment I can't decide on a single one. Slowly making my way to the craft room. Are you gonna start wrapping gifts, Liz? They did come out cute. I'm happy with them in the end. I just hate myself when I can't get it right or understand how to do it. Yeah, there's always a frustration sometimes, but don't put yourself down about it. I feel like sometimes we can be our worst critics, and the people who we give it to love it, you know. The vortex got her. How to put the girls to bed. Later, Nancy, if you're still here. Sarah. They're just too hard. Yeah. About to walk the dogs and put myself to bed. I'm just tired. Been up since 5. Good night, Naomi. Watch Girls 2. Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I'm sure they came out nice. If they're anything like your candy cane holders. Liz, I had to go back and watch the first 15 minutes of your live. For some reason, my screen never changed. I was sitting here with the wait for Liz screen on. Oh no. I've noticed glitches on my last 2 lives. Sandy IDK, what's up? I feel like I lost comments since we're here. I'm all over the place, y'all. Sarah, you're welcome. I'm still waiting for YouTube to load, by the way. Oh, and now it died. Of course it did, because why not? Where are we? You're welcome. I don't want you to quit. We just have. I had hard lives. Yeah. I was about to start sending you sarcastic messages. Sandy was coming for you, Liz. PJ Mommy, sorry, I was straining some sin. What? On Scout, yeah. Your child is really lippy. My puppy. Yeah, she's a spoiled brat. I posted pictures of the final result on Discord. I'm about to try my new Nickelodeon cap. Oh, cup. I was like, cap. What? Ellen says no. Straining some. Getting religious on us. Naomi, I was gonna say something, but held back. Not the plug. Of course the plug. Please don't hold back on my channel, because I curse more than enough for everyone here. I'm trying not to, but here we are. Nah. Naomi said I got this. Heard my name. Oh no, Nancy, you had a migraine? Signs. Dead. I picked up some more Tylenol while I was packing up. Or wait, picking up the girls. I don't know if you know about Kachi, Nancy, but she used to use this thing kind of like to pinch the nerve. I don't know which hand it is, but there's something that you can kind of buy to help pinch the nerve that's associated with like certain kind of migraines. I don't know if that would help you or not. Okay, I give up, y'all. I'm got the energy to do this. Hi. I'm already flustered. I like how I just walk off camera and not say anything. Y'all know where I'm going. I'm here somewhere in the room looking for stuff. Again, I have on shorts, y'all. I do have tattoos. If anyone cares to see them, just let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to read the comment, but I do have some. Not a spider, Naomi. Not a spider. Oh, I'm so frustrated with this computer. I mean, at least Etsy's loading, because there's some days where that won't even happen. So right now, I have my list of orders. I'm just going to write down the names that I have here. Susan ordered a coffee cozy. Let's see what color. She ordered it in blush, so that's this order right here. And it is going to be shipped to Susan. Making sure, because I know sometimes around this time, a lot of people tend to send gifts or buy gifts. So I want to make sure that the purchaser is also the receiver. If those are even words, because my brain is not working anymore right now. I'm using my gold pen. I'm writing the names first because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to dry. So I'm just getting ahead of writing that now. So I'm not sitting around waiting for it to dry. And I have a couple orders. They're all like one item orders, but an order's an order, y'all. Win is win. Okay. Carly got a pink baby headband in size 6 to 12. Thank you, Carly. Alicia bought something. She bought my adult headband in black. It's right here. And that's also being sent to her. So I have items right now going out to California, New York, Illinois, California again. So Nicole's purchase is a gift purchase, but it is still being sent to her, so I can go ahead and do that. And she got the green coffee cozy and forest color. This is Alicia's. This is Nicole. This is also California. This one is wrapped because I take this to markets. People tend to touch a lot of things at markets, and I just rather keep everything kind of like preserved and clean. So I do have this like that. This one I literally just made, and if I don't have to put it in plastic, I won't. I'll just actually wrap it in tissue, whereas like this one I won't because it's already in plastic. And then lastly, Susan bought the striped headband, and that's also for her as well. This one's getting sent to Pennsylvania. So we're on the West Coast and the East Coast. If you guys ever do decide to buy anything from me, I do have free domestic shipping, but I do have international listings that do cost or charge for shipping. Generally, I try to distinguish them by having one as like a generic picture, and then like, or not a generic, but like a mock-up picture, Whereas like the international ones, I don't know why I'm going like this, but the international or calculated shipping are the ones where there's like a photo of like a person or it's being worn by someone. Most of them are me, but it's being worn by someone. It's not just like a stock photo. Those are the international ones. So like Sandy, I know you're in Canada, I think, not to put your business out there, but if you were to order anything from me, you would have to go through those listings because my other ones are US only with free shipping. I hope that kind of makes sense. It's the weird Etsy situation. But I do offer international shipping. Ironically, the only place I shipped internationally to was France. Only. And my dog is barking at me. Muchachita. I feel like she's securing the area again. Don't know why, but she is. And then lastly, this is an order from a customer. I think I have the paper in my purse. Give me 1 second, y'all. I think I left the client's information at the bureau, so I'll just go ahead and wrap it and just leave it blank. I'll put his name on the shipping label. Let me see what you guys are saying. Since I can't see on my computer what's happening. Can I at least go to regular Google? Like, can you load to any other screen? Oh, you're loading. Good job. Bruh. Let's see. Okay. No comments, thankfully. Nothing has been missed. Am I still alive? Yeah. You never know. You never know. I have this one as well, but this is for someone else. This is my other business, so I'll wait to finish packing these and then do that one. I have the free elastics. Excuse me, over here. Let me pick those up. I have a handful of elastics right here to pack up everything with. So first and foremost, we're gonna do the little we're gonna do Susan's order, super tiny. Here. Oh, my nose itches. The blush. I keep calling them scrunchies, but I know they're elastics. I don't know why. Not sure why. What's this again? I guess I could turn my fan off since I'm not by the fan. Oh, no, I mean, I can just literally turn it out right now. Why bother? This is 4 by 6. How much do you weigh? Probably gonna be like 3 ounces. Or not even, it's not even 1 ounce, y'all. So 1 ounce. 6 by 4. By 1. Shipping has definitely gone up. Well, maybe because this is California, I think. Generally don't ship that late. Shipping label. Thank you guys for sticking along. I know the live is super long. Turn this. Oh, I'm plugging it. That would be nice. I'll probably be done before like YouTube ever loads. That can be a thing. I'm just hiding from you guys so you can't see nobody air dress. Yeah, that would be a thing. So I can open up Maps, but I can't open up YouTube. How does that make sense? How? I don't understand. I don't understand. Padre Santo. So next up on the list is, let's see, we have Carly. Carly was the pink headband. Let me give her a pink scrunchie. Keep calling it scrunchie, elastic, pink elastic dress. That's what it is. This is Carly's. This is 7, 5, 6. How much are you guys paying on average for shipping? For me, I'm around like 360, 380, 4 something the most, I think. But I feel like I don't ship that far either. What are some of your shipping costs like? Please share what the play is. So I had to trick YouTube by going to YouTube Music and not going to my page. Because why? I don't know. What's happening? I'd like to go to my regular page now that it's not music. I'm so stuck in music. Why? I just want to see my comments. Is that so much to ask? I'm trying to get out of music now. Try writing. Probably not gonna happen. I don't understand. Like, why can't I just go to YouTube? I don't understand. Like, what is happening? Everything else is working. Why are you not, like, loading? Let me try Studio. That's loading. Or I think it's loading. Okay. Let's see. Whenever I try to go to my channel, that's when everything like gets super slow. Not sure why. Like, I'm not trying to do anything ridiculously difficult. I just want to go to my channel. I low-key feel like StreamYard is also frozen. Like, I don't see comments. I don't know what's happening. My time is still going, so I can only assume I'm still live. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But let's finish packing up these orders. This got done. Okay. Forgot I sent that to print. Let's see here. Do a little sticker. I don't know, y'all. I don't want to. Should I restart it? Okay, so I don't know what was going on with the message, but I couldn't see anything. I know Naomi left. Okay, coffee powered homes. Things are costing around $460. Yeah, $460 was I think the last one I just did to California, but that was like on the other side. Really depends on weight and distance. Yeah, most of my stuff doesn't weigh much. I feel like I'm generally around like the 361. Random question: does anyone know if you can use HTV on a sweater like a knit? You can, Maria, but it depends on the fabric that the sweater is made from. Acrylic yarn will melt because it's like a I think it's like polyester or it's synthetic. Acrylic yarn is synthetic, and it will melt. That's not good. If it's something like wool or cotton, I think you're good, but you want to see what type of material the sweater is knit or crocheted from. Like I said, acrylic will definitely melt if it's acrylic. I would not suggest it. But I wouldn't think so because it wouldn't stretch. Yeah, so depending also on the stitches. So like for something like this, technically I wish I could put HTV right here. But because knit is so stretchy, it would stretch. I don't know if you guys can kind of see the stretch. This one doesn't have that much stretch to it, but it wouldn't work. I mean, technically you could use an HTV, like a stretch HTV, but the yarn I use is acrylic, so this would melt this. I have seen some videos where people use kind of like the mini press and like carefully press HTV onto it, but I don't like the way it looks, honestly. Laying down with the girls. I may not make it long. Yeah, good night, Nancy. You're still live, Nancy. Blue screen again. Yeah, I had to refresh it. None of my comments are coming up. Sarah, I think it depends on the HTV. Okay, thanks. Yeah, Maria. I'm glad you guys are able to see because I couldn't. Technical difficulty. Yeah. But I mean, you can also like look up the YouTube videos. I mentioned there were a couple that I saw, but honestly, if it's acrylic, I would say no. And most yarns, at least on the lower end, do have acrylic in them. So most likely, probably not. Some people, at least for like the coffee cozies, they'll use stitch outs, appliques, like embroidered appliques. They'll put some on here. They'll do like a iron-on ones or like the adhesive ones, or because even this, like I don't even think I wouldn't suggest embroidering directly onto here. You can. There are some people who do the hats, but even then, the hats that a car just drove by. A car. People do. Ma'am, the car left. We are safe. Please stop interrupting my lives. We don't want a dog. We're gonna close the door. People do embroider on the hats, but generally they're factory made. Their knitting machines are huge, and their stitches are a lot thinner than this. So even if it stretches, it wouldn't be as like noticeable, and the stitch outs would look so much nicer on them. Which is why I personally haven't thought about getting an embroidery machine because I wouldn't be able to really combine it with my knit items. I'm here for a little bit, just giving a heads up. But bahaha, not a car, bruh, all the time. And then remember, I told you guys I had that back window open because I had the heat press going. So I heard the car. I know she definitely heard the car. I was outside earlier when I first got home checking out the mail, and my neighbor came out and we were talking for a little bit, and I had heard like I had come inside and then I went back outside to check out the mail, and she was with me. Like I had her like I was carrying her earlier, and my neighbor and I are talking and whatever's on, and she was like growling at my neighbor because she didn't want me talking to my neighbor, I guess. Then she was being like super weird and sketchy and whatever's not. But I was telling my neighbor, you know, like I'm so sorry because she's always like barking, and more so now because before my room, the master's in the back side of the house, whereas like my new bedroom, because I switched the rooms out, the front of my room, or my room faces the front of the house, excuse me. So anytime there's a car, a kid walking to school, the neighbors, any commotion, movement, noise, Daisy's on it. Ridiculous. I already don't sleep because I'm in pain. And then when I am trying to sleep, here comes Daisy announcing stuff. I appreciate you trying to secure the area, but we're good, sis. We're good, I promise you. Here. There she goes. I'm not fancy enough to do actual applique yet. Never. They never. Oh, and they need it by Tuesday. So HDA it is. Just so not, it's cotton. Oh yeah, so then you're good. You're good. I just be mindful of like the stitches and stuff. You've got a great guard dog. In theory, she's like, you saw how big she is. If anyone really was trying to do something to me, they'd come in and kick her across the freaking house. She's a good alarm system, that's for sure. Applique is so fun though, Maria. I don't know about that. What was it that I'll say Lisa. Liz says you can applique. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like I missed a boatload of comments earlier, y'all. I don't know what happened with StreamYard, if it was like when my tablet died or what, but a lot of stuff like disappeared from me or just was not coming through. So if I missed a comment, please put it back, or please tell me if I missed anything, or you can repost it or whatever it's not, so I can make sure I get to you guys. I don't want you to feel ignored. I promise you I wasn't. I'm definitely struggling over here. The struggle was real. Stand by, feeling. Come on. Bruh. Excuse me. Love appliques and towels. I've seen a lot of towels. I feel like towels are dope. It looks fun, but I don't want to use any software yet. Or you don't need software. I don't think you need software. I think you just need like, don't you need just like foam backing or something? Not foam, felt to kind of like give it structure, and then you add some sort of adhesive to the felt. No, I be watching Got You Customs. I don't know what y'all be doing sometimes, but I be watching y'all. So do you think it will last the night? A few hours during the party? I think so. Applique will probably definitely last a hell of a lot longer than any vinyl. That's for sure. What is it that you're trying to attach to like the sweater? Is it like an initial or a name? They have at Michael's the iron-on like letters. You don't have to make the applique. The appliques are already made. You can just iron them on. But again, just be mindful that the heat isn't too hot. And that you're not applying it directly onto the cotton. I mean, the cotton can absorb heat, but just not like 400 degrees. Do like 250-ish. Might just buy the file. You can put heat and bond on the back of the fabric. Stitch and press. Yeah. Mary got you, girl. Thank you, Mary. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because depending on the stitches of the actual garment, there is going to be holes. So you can't stitch directly on the garment. Like, you can't embroider directly on the garment. You may be able to if you use like something water soluble, or like you can float it, but I still feel like there'll be holes, so you don't want that. You can do maybe like this, like you can maybe put like felt or like another fabric. I would say if you have a sweater, like a crocheted or knitted sweater, if you put like a thin maybe like cotton or some type of fabric underneath, stabilizer even maybe, like you can float stabilizer over it and then stitch out, like cut out the excess after the stitch out maybe, and then your design is going to be embroidered on the woven item and the stabilizer. I don't know, y'all. Help me. Will the HTV last a few hours if it's an ugly sweater design? I think so. Oh yeah, I mean, you're good. And honestly, if the vinyl starts peeling off, I think it would just add to the ugly sweater aspect. Yeah. Do what's easiest for you, Maria. Less work, less headache. I'm all for it. Did I miss anyone else's comments? I'm not sure if that was one that I missed of yours, Maria, but I hope the girls were able to help you. Bedtime. So drama. Bruh. There's like the reel where it's like emotional damage. I can't say it properly, but you know what I'm talking about. My sister says I'm cringe every time I try to do it. So I semi-whispered it just now. Try not to be cringe, y'all. One more order. Lies. 2 more orders packed. Damn. This one's to California. It'll probably be a little bit more expensive. It's less than an ounce because we just weighed one. We're going to use a small thingy. The dog is still downstairs barking. Clean up my mess as I go, so I don't have to clean up after. Be better, guys. Be better. Breaking things. Breaking tissue. What's in here? Junk. For sure. All the junk. Oh, I have issues, y'all. I have to put kids to bed. I would try to keep watching, but I won't be able to hear it for a bit, so I'll stay. Oh, thank you, Mary. It's funny that you guys are like putting your kids to sleep. I remember, again, I had to deal with my sister a lot, and like the nights my mom was out or just not working or just not at home, and I'd have to put my sister to sleep. For the most part, I think she fell asleep pretty good on her own. It was just really bad when my mother wasn't there, and then she'd wake up and want her mom. It was so frustrating because like she was crying for my mom, and even though I tried to help as much as I could, I wasn't her mom. So like I couldn't really give her what she wanted. So I would just stay up with her for hours trying to get her to bed. But before, like outside of that, when for her to lay down, we were good. Like I would just be up and she would fall asleep on her own. And then I put her to bed. But if she woke up in the middle of the night, oof, boy, was that hard. Getting her to sleep wasn't the problem. If she woke up during her sleep, that was the problem. But I appreciate you, Mary. For you or your children, Nancy. I think for her, Sarah. Same here, Nancy. For everyone, not everyone. It's like they forget that sleep comes every night, bruh. Thanks for your help, y'all. I got the request just before I asked. Thanks for your... Okay, bet. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. This is not being in the bed, but she will lay in the very middle and then complain that Brooklyn is touching her. Oh no. Her leg and throws it down. Oh, good. Oh, Jesus. Amidst the chaos. Sounds like a wrestling match or the square. I don't know what it's called. MMA cage. Not so I can read. When my sister stays with me, like I'll share my bed with her, and I knock out because I'm tired. But sometimes she'll be up like on her phone watching stuff or just like playing videos and reading or just playing Geometry Dash. But sometimes she'll try to talk to me and I'm just like, no. You can stay awake, but you're not gonna keep me awake. That's not a thing, friend. I'm gonna stop talking to me. You can talk to yourself, have a whole conversation, respond to yourself if you so care. Me? No, not so much. I don't read anymore because yeah, I love reading. I don't have a lot of time to do so right now because my hands are full. I try to do audiobooks, especially when I have the knitting machine because it's super loud. I'll try to listen to some audiobooks while I'm working on the machine. If I'm not watching one of you ladies. But yeah. Where was I? Here we go. the last time I read, I was actually finishing up a book. I read mostly on like flights and stuff. That's my favorite time to read. So I feel like the flight just goes by so quickly when I'm reading. But the other day after my market, I went to go have sushi. I was really, really craving sushi, and I was like, okay, I've been outside for hours. I can treat myself to some sushi. So I went to go get some sushi, and of course I'm eating by myself. So instead of waiting for a table, I just go sit at the bar. I may or may not have had some adult beverage while I was at said bar, but you know, I was at the bar eating dinner, and I don't feel awkward at the bar alone. Like I don't care. Like I don't. I'm an introvert. I'm okay if no one talks to me. I don't want to talk to anyone. But you know, it's just I was literally sandwiched between two people. Like there wasn't really much space because it was Saturday night. And they have BOGO, so I was next to a couple and a guy, and I just felt really closed in. So to kind of like entertain myself and not think about how much limited space I had, I started reading, and I was able to actually finish one of the books I read during my last flight. I don't even think my dog has realized that she's been locked out of the room. Have a whole field day if she realized. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. I just read one of my customers' last name, and it sounds very inappropriate. That may be me just being illiterate. So, me. Seven. My nose itches. My fan is randomly deciding to make noise. I'm not sure what is happening. I thought you were frozen, but apparently paused video somehow. Good Lord, girl. Honestly, listen, it may very well be live. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't think I've had this many packages in like months. I'm so heavy. Almost fell. I also may have been very still too. I'm trying to open this up because I feel like I'm missing comments. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Please tell me I'm not the only one. It's so late though. Oh well, it's only 10 o'clock. Alright, so I've packed all the orders for Custom Bella Creations. I now need to pack the orders for Bella Meets Vinyl. And that's actually only just a small little like vinyl decal. Someone ordered this in a size 4 or 4-inch width. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack that up. For stuff like that, I just use an envelope. I think I may have a small one already. We started. Yeah. See? Tiny envelope. I cut it in half. I'm just gonna tape this close now. I'm stuffed. I want a burrito. Not to assume or anything, but I know you said you don't really hang or do much with your Puerto Rican side of the family, and I know you did stuff with the girls for Day of the Dead. Did you guys do anything today? I don't know how religious you are, Liz. Did you do anything today for Guadalupe? I peeped your shirt during your live earlier. Yes, I am using Scotch tape, like the packing tape kind. That's what we got. Don't be coming for me. Can you just let me use? So apparently my YouTube doesn't want to load because it's not supported. I'm trying to get on Safari isn't working. I'm trying to get on Chrome, and even that's not working. It's telling me I need to update it or whatever. It's not, but I can't because my computer is so old. It's so frustrating. I just want to get on YouTube. Like why is that so difficult? Can we skip the update? Like, oh wait, there might be something happening. Finally, 20 years later, bruh. Part of it's loaded. It says something went wrong. Oh, I am not signed in. Of course not, because this isn't my actual thing. Nothing wants to work. Life should never be this difficult. That's number one for sure. Let's take this so I can stop rambling now. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me complain about my internet. My horribly slow computer. I don't know where the Valley girl voice just came from, but it is what it is. No, we didn't celebrate it. You? No, I generally don't celebrate it, but we were supposed to have, for my friend that passed away, we've been doing the novena. And after the 9 days, we've also been doing like prayers on the month anniversary for the next, technically for the 7 months after she passed. And with it being like a month anniversary today, we would have done something in the evening, but the ladies who've been helping us organize and run the prayers monthly weren't able to come tonight because they had other events at the church going on. I personally am not Catholic, I'm Protestant. I consider myself non-denominational. Not that anyone asked, but I'm only doing it for her because I know she was very religious, and I know if things were flipped, she would have done it for me, so I'm doing it for her. So I wasn't able to attend her prayers today because of that. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. It got pushed up earlier. I have to check my device because bear with me, y'all. Yes, it's me. Hear me? The struggle. The struggle. We about to wrap this up, y'all. We about to wrap it up. Right, let me slide this in. So I need to sign out of one account and go into the next one. You're good. Yeah, it said my sound was off for a minute. I don't. Yeah, I'm over it. Okay, let me sign out of here. Go into my other account. My back hurts. My orders. What messages? Oh, someone bought something from Ohio. Thank you, Brandy. Alright, so let me write this out. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I think I forgot Susan's thank you card. can slide her in. I kind of don't like that you can do that. But nothing's coming out at least. We can just put things in. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. So for my Bella Meets Vinyl business, I do transfers, vinyl decals, stuff like that. So this is one of the things that I'm making. I sell them really inexpensive. Adhesive vinyl is not that expensive. And at least for me, I try to buy the biggest size roll I can find possible. And this was $4. And it's going to cost me less than $1 to ship because I'm about to use a stamp. I let people know immediately that they're going to get standard first class mail or stamped. It's going to be stamped. It's not going to be tracked. If anybody wants to switch over to first class, they are welcome to pay for shipping, but stamped is going to be free. The furthest I have sent items to Hawaii. I haven't sent to Hawaii yet. My first international was Paris. France. Not Paris, France, but France. I don't remember what part of France, but France. And I was like, oh, they bought scrunchies. Like my crochet scrunch, my velvet scrunchies that I'm no longer selling anymore. I think I deactivated the listings too. All the way to France. I think they spent like $18 on shipment. The scrunchies didn't even cost that much. I was like, I hope you really like these scrunchies. I mean, thank you for the support, but that was a lot of money for some scrunchies. Now my phone's dying. Yeah, we're wrapping this up, y'all. So I have, with my laser printer, I've made a couple things, kind of like preset. So I have, please do not bend stickers that I've made. And I also have, these. For the vinyl, it doesn't particularly matter if it bends that much. It's not that serious. But I've cut up the free shipping, the priority mailers. I've cut some of these up and then just use them as like backing for my sub transfers so that those don't bend, because I know those can't really bend. And then again, if they're getting the upgraded shipping, I'll put in more stuff. But then I also have my P.O. box address already shipped and printed out for shipments. So I have all that stuff. So literally all I'm about to write on the sticker now is the address that I'm sending it to. You don't ship international. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys caught me saying that earlier, because again, the thing was acting really weird. I do ship internationally. One of the people that just bought from me now, I think ended up paying for shipping because they clicked on my international listing. So what does that mean? Hold on, I can't multitask. The images that I have with like stock photos, or just like the item itself without the listings that I have on Etsy or my website, where there's just the item itself not being worn or in use, those are the US only or domestic ones, and that has free domestic shipping. Now, I also have some listings or posts that have someone wearing them. They're in use. So like my coffee cozies, my headbands, I'm wearing them, a baby's wearing them, they're displayed on. Those items or those listings are international listings. Those are calculated priced shipping. So if any of you guys ever buy from me, please try to use the listings with the stock image, not with me or someone else wearing them, because you're going to then pay for shipping. I'm not able to do domestic free because if anyone upgrades it, I'm going to have to pay for the upgraded versions, and I don't want that. That's one of the frustrations of Etsy. But yeah, that might be a workaround for you, Sarah. I don't know why it just kicked me out. That's been my only international one, honestly. I haven't had more. This is for Brandy. In Ohio. Thank you, girl. So we're gonna put this together. slide them, y'all. Nose. And of course, because I'm lazy and I'm a little bougie, we got the sticker envelopes. I ain't finna lick nothing. Okay. Okay. Get my P.O. Box sticker. Put it on the back. Do my little thank you. Thank you. And then I'm gonna write her address here. Like so. Like so, like that. Ship to Fergie. Mary, you're back. Lilybug is snoring. Aw. So cute. Brandy, where am I? Okay, up here. Do you guys want to hear something funny that happened to me today at work? So, as some of you know, I'm a banker. I'm a banker. I work at a bank. I'm a loan officer's assistant, so I'm literally a glorified assistant. I sent out our holiday cards about a week or two ago, and I had to have sent out easily 90 cards, holiday cards. And I was writing out the people's names, and 2 of them got sent back to us because one, I literally just put the person's name, like their business name. I didn't put their address, city, nothing. Then I had a second card returned back to me because I didn't put, I think I messed up on like the street or something, no, the city. And I was going to get a new envelope, but I don't remember if I just didn't take the envelope out or if I got called to do something else. I don't remember. But I had started on the address and I started on the town, never finished the town, never put the state, and never put the zip code. And my boss got the letters back to him and he's just like, girl, what happened? Like, he wasn't mad or anything. He was just laughing because he knew, like, I think it was like a week or 2 ago that I sent them out. I was just so tired and so drained because of like everything that's been going on. And he was just like, I had to share them with you because it was funny. And I was like, yeah, I probably started, someone called me to do something. I stopped mid-writing. I forgot. Or like thought I put it in his head and I did it. And he's just like, girl, it is what it is. The struggle, y'all, the struggle. Oh, I'm hungry. My tummy's a grumbling. I'm gonna have bread, so I'll probably make myself like a grilled cheese or something. That's my go-to when it's late like this. I have like I think it's a press, but it's like the sandwich presses that like cut the bread in half. I don't know what those are called, or like if they have a specific name or their specific press, but that's what I use all the time. I love them for grilled cheese. That's what Grandma uses. My maternal grandmother. If I have deli meat, sometimes I'll make myself like an actual panini with that, but I don't have any at the moment. I need to go to the grocery store. I haven't talked myself into going. I hate going because it gives me anxiety, so I have not gone yet. And I may not go for some time. I don't think I have any stamps here, but I have stamps at the office for sure. Personal stamps, not bank stamps. Put it out there. But yeah, so I'm not going to show you the person's address, but this is how it looks. I just put the stamp up here on the corner where it belongs. And then on the back, I have my P.O. box, again, like I mentioned. And then I have just a quick thank you sticker here. And guys, these are all my tiny baby orders. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the most I've had in a really long time. I can't tell you the last time I had 6 orders to pack. Technically 7 because I still have the baby beer onesie that I need to pack up. But the information's at the borough. Let's see. Lisa, I'm about to get off, girl. You late. I'm folding. It's been a long day. Oh no, you're fading, fail. Yeah, I've been faded. I'm trying to get stuff done. Let's see. Does anyone have any questions before I get off? I think I'm about to get off, y'all. I know I mentioned something about my tattoos. I don't know if you guys wanted to see them or not. I don't know if you care, honestly. I know Naomi mentioned something about a spider, but it's not a spider. And I know she's not here either. That's from my. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm blessed to have orders, period. This is the most orders I've had in months. Like I said, I had about 4 2 weeks ago, and then last week I had another 4. This week I had 6, 5 from one business and then 1 from the other. So I'm grateful to have orders in general, just to know that I'm being found, and I've realized that not all of them are through ads, so that's also exciting. One thing I love about having Square linked through Etsy is that when I'm making sales at the markets, it shows that I've made sales through my Etsy account. So it boosts up, I feel like it boosts me up in my rankings. That's something to consider if you've been contemplating doing markets. If you do use Square at your markets, they will boost your sales on Etsy. So you will have more sales and you may be found higher up in the rankings. If you have a low sale count, that may be a way to boost up your listings. Excuse me. I cannot speak because it's time for me to eat. I need Eve to sleep so I can get the rest of my signs glued. Not your sins, your signs. Yes. How many more signs? You said you have 2 more signs. No, Mary? How old are your girls? Guys, my tummy's a grumbling. I was never able to open up the chat on YouTube either, by the way. I was able to get the video going, but I was never able to to see the chat. Because my Chrome was too old, it wouldn't let me. And then Safari just never wanted to work, period. Because why would it? I think you ladies are just as tired as me. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Please, again, like the video if you haven't, if you so choose to. And just thanks again for sticking out with me. Thank you for keeping me company while I got stuff done. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you later.